So, very good afternoon to one and all gathered here. I'm very happy to see you all in this platform. Probably I'm new to this. Uh, for the past 1 year, we've been working in this platform, this area. So now I become used to it. So just like use and disuse theory, that's also given by Darwin. So one by one, we've learned something and we are adapted to something, and now we are in a full-fledged situation. I thank God for that. I thank all the facilities which has been provided by our college. I thank our college management as well as the principal, and very importantly, I wholeheartedly thank the head of the Department of Computer Science for inviting me to give some of my area of specialization to the people who doesn't know about uh, biological sciences. Actually, probably you might have know what is biological sciences and what are all the various kinds, various types of studies, various types of disciplines in the biological sciences. You all know, but you people may not be interested to know about the biological sciences also. So, so this is just a spark to give a beautiful uh, our beauties or the glimpses of biological sciences and about the Darwin. So this is the commemoration of Darwin's birthday. It's a great and I'm really honored to um, be a part of the commemoration of Charles Darwin, one of the great naturalists. Um, it's indeed a great pleasure for me. I'm really honored for that. So talking about Darwin is really honored. Everyone is very much pleased. I wholeheartedly once again I thank the head of the department for allowing me to speak little words about Darwin's. I thank Dr. Rizwana ma'am and Dr. Linda ma'am for inviting me. Um,
Thank you,
uh,
sir.
Students, am I audible? And shall I go with this language itself, or shall I go bilingual? Please reciprocate.
Students, you can chat now. Is this audible?
Am I audible to everyone?
Say yes or no,
Proceed, sir.
or
Okay.
unmute and say anything.
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Okay. Thank you, my friend. Okay. So let me present a presentation about the survival of the fittest.
Students, kindly response.
Yeah. They are responding, man. Thank you. Thank you, students. Thank you, friends.
Okay, okay.
So don't think that I'm going to talk
Thank you, ma.
about
Thank you for
completely.
your responses.
Don't think that I'm going to talk about completely biological sciences. I'm going to say a few words of natural sciences. So, what are all the things that we are facing in day-to-day life, and how far it is connected with the biology, how far it is connected with the adaptation, how far it is connected with the uh, process, how far it is connected with the evolution. That is all the thing that we are going to discuss today. Um, don't worry, I will not take much time for the introduction. Um, Let me do one thing. I'll I'll retain this session for next half an hour. I'll go with this session for next half an hour or 40 minutes, and after that we shall have a discussion about Darwin's evolutionary theories and the biological sciences. What are all the questions that you have about the biological sciences? You can very well ask, and if possible, I'm able to answer. I'll answer. So we shall have lecture first, and then we'll have a discussion. Please actively participate in the lecture section, as well as in the interactive session interaction. So let me present. Is it visible? Is my presentation is visible?
No, sir.
How about now?
Yes, sir.
Is it visible now? Okay. Okay, survival of the fittest. So this caption may be given in some movies I have seen. Survival of the fittest. The organism which is capable of adapting themselves for the environmental changes are able to survive. So that is actually the hidden meaning for this particular phrase, survival of the fittest. Before we go into that, I would like to say some few words or few glimpses about the phrase survival of the fittest. Can you differentiate these guys? Can you know? Is anybody knows Darwin? Who is Darwin? Between them, the person who is in the right side or left side, long beard or short beard? Can anyone with mustache and without mustache? Can anyone identify who is Darwin?
Sir, right side.
Right side, with a long beard and a strong mustache. He is Darwin. Yes, you are right. Darwin. If I use the word, if I say the word Darwin, if I say the name Darwin, what actually come to your mind? Because when I'm giving lecture to some other people who belongs to commerce or some other people who belongs to economics or the other departments, they used to say only one thing, sir. If I talk about Darwin, if I say the word Darwin, the memory, the thing which has come to my mind is immediately is the development of human beings from monkey. குரங்கிலிருந்து மனிதன் பிறந்தான். That is actually the thing comes to my mind immediately. So everyone thinks that Darwin has proposed these things. So from monkeys, man has evolved. Darwin has proposed an evolutionary theory, of course, but he never said that it is developed from human beings or developed from monkeys. It's a myth. And how about this gentleman, this man with a small beard and a completely shaved mustache? Have you ever heard of this person? He is a British philosopher, and his name is Herbert Spencer. His name is Herbert Spencer. So this is the person. His name is Herbert Spencer. Most of us thinking that the survival of the fittest word is coined by Charles Darwin. But the survival of the fittest word is first ever coined by a philosopher, Herbert Spencer. So he is the one who has coined the word survival of the fittest, but it is not something related to evolution. This is not something related to biological sciences, but it is something related to the social and some other purpose, social oriented or community oriented expression. But he has given this term survival of the fittest. So Herbert Spencer is a person who has proposed the survival of the fittest. But later, after analysis of the nature by Darwin, he come to understand we have to coin this, we have to take up that word survival of the fittest, and that has been quoted in his book, in Darwin's book. So that is why it has been what is that? It has been thinking. People are thinking that it's been known that survival of the fittest is being proposed by Darwin, but it is not true. Earlier, 8 to 9 years earlier, itself Herbert Spencer proposed the theory, but it is not something relevant to biological sciences. So what I'm trying to say, no one can coin and no one can demolish. So already existing, already points are existing, already things are existing. Only thing we are able to observe and discover. So that is the thing. Then by Darwin. Darwin has not uh, invented anything. He has discovered everything. So that is the point that I would like to mention about Darwin. So in the scale of universe, you have branches, different kinds of branches of sciences are there, and we shall take it from the physical sciences. You have astronomy and geosciences, and then you have social sciences are there, and that is related to the human mind. And again, the social science is something dealing with the sociology and psychology. And thirdly, important one, the cell, and that cell is a life sciences, comes under life sciences, the biological sciences and cellular sciences. So this is the area that we are going to focus right now. And the next one is atom level. In the atom level, you have physical sciences, you have a chemistry, physics, and other things, and you have a finally you have a particle sciences. It reaches boson level. Right now, it has reached the boson level also. And now you have a particle sciences, and finally you have a formal sciences, and that is maths and logics. So these are all the wide range of differences in the sciences. But science are of two types. One is fundamental science, and another time is applied science. Fundamental research and applied research, and that is related to the natural and pure, formal and social. So that is something connected with the natural, formal and social, and applied research is completely connected with the application. I'll come to this. I'll remember this slide when I come to close the session. When I come for the closing of at the time of closure of this session, I'll come to this slide. You will remember this slide. Why I have given this slide. So these are all the parts. These are all the topics that we are going to discuss in this session. So Darwin's theory of natural selection. We are going to introduce what is Darwin's theory of natural selection. Factor of Darwinism, rapid. So these are all the factors: rapid multiplication, limited environmental resources, struggle for existence, variations, survival of the fittest, inheritance of the useful variation, formation of new species. So these are all the parts that we are going to discuss today. So Darwin is a person who was a British naturalist born in the year of 1809. Darwin defined evolution as a descendant with a modification. So descent with a modification. The idea that species changes over time, give rise to a new species and share a common ancestor. Actually, this is because of the adaptation. So whatever the changes which happens in the normal environment is influencing the modification happens in the body as well as in the organism, and that reaches the molecular level, that is cellular level it reaches, and then it modifies the genes, and because of that the original character of that particular organism is being modified. So what I'm trying to say, what Darwin trying to say, descent without modification, descent with modification is actually the important feature about the evolution. So continuous modification may lead to evolution. So first of all, we should know what is the difference between adaptation and evolution. Adaptation is a process of modifying local things according to the environmental change. Say for example, if a person who is staying here in India is being transferred or is being immigrated to US or some other cold countries, means that area is very chill. So he will get acclimatized. That is called acclimatization. He get acclimatized and then get accommodated in that particular new situation. By that time, he gets some kind of physical modification. So that is called adaptation. So he is capable of living in ice cold situation as well as he is capable of living in the very hottest situation. So this kind of adaptation is called adaptation. This kind of modification is called adaptation. But over the period of time, this kind of continuous modification lead to carry on, please.
Sir, yes, sir. Sorry for inconvenience. Sir, your slides are not moved. First, this slide will be displayed, sir.
Come again, ma'am. Slides are not fully.
First slide only displayed, sir. Next slide not moved, sir.
Slideல நின்னுட்டு இருக்கா?
ஆமா sir.
இப்போ மேடம். ஹலோ.
sir.
மேம் இப்போ மூவ் ஆயிடுச்சா?
No sir. No sir. PowerPoint full அதுதான் சார் டிஸ்ப்ளே ஆகுது. ஸ்லைட் ஷேர் இல்லாம PowerPoint ஓடது தான் சார் டிஸ்ப்ளே ஆகுது.
ஸ்லைட் ஷேர் தான் மேடம் பண்ணிருக்கேன். ஒரு நிமிஷம் நான் ஸ்டாப் பண்ணிட்டு திருப்பி லிசன் பண்றேன்.
ஓகே சார்.
ஹலோ
சார் இல்ல சார் எங்க பிரசன்ட் தெரியல. பிரசன்ட் ஆகல சார்.
இப்போ தெரியுதா மேம்?
பிரசன்டிங் சார். ஆன் சார். லோட்
இப்போ மாறுதா? சேஞ்ச் ஆகுதா?
blank screen இருக்கு சார். 1 செகண்ட் சார்.
சேஞ்ச் ஆகுது.
சேம் PPT தான் சார் தெரியுது. ஸ்லைட் ஷோ தெரியல சார்.
இப்போ தெரியுதா மேம்? ஹலோ
சார் அதான் சார் இந்த PPT அதுதான் சார் தெரியுது.
PPT தான் மேடம் போட்டுருக்கேன்.
இல்ல சார் ஸ்லைட் ஷோ தெரியல.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் செகண்ட் ஸ்லைடு எல்லாம் தெரியலையா? ஹலோ
சார்.
ஐயோ
எஸ் சார்.
You are presenting everyone in the வருது மேடம். கிளியரா இருக்கு எனக்கு.
பிரசன்ட் ஆகுது சார். அந்த ஸ்லைட் ஷோ தெரியல சார். இந்த அனுப்பியிருக்கேன் பாருங்க சார்.
வாட்ஸ்அப் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா? இப்போ தெரியுதா மேம்? ஸ்லைட் ஷோ ஃபுல் ஸ்லைட்.
பிரசன்ட் ஆகல.
இன்னும் பிரசன்ட் ஆகலையா?
இது டைம் எடுக்குது.
ஹலோ
the time
Presenting sir.
present ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு சார். 1 செகண்ட் சார்.
ஓகே
நான் பண்றேன்.
Is all the others are encountering the same problem? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, only first slide is being. I have passed 6-7 slides.
So, leave form or non-leave?
What about now?
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, is it clear now? Ipo varudha?
Sir, your voice is clear, but your slide is like survival of the fittest. The slide is being displayed in the screen. That is the slide shared. Survival of the
fittest fully. What about the next one? Second slide. It is moving to the next.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
It is moving.
We couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Hello. Hello.
அண்ணே
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible now.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Is it okay now? Is it okay? Is the presentation is okay, ma'am?
Yes. Sir, it is in survival of the fittest slide.
First slide only. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Just hold on. Please hold on, madam. Let me do one thing.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay.
Hello. Yes, yes. Hello, everyone. Is it clear now? Am I audible now? Is it clear now? Now presentation is
Yes, sir.
perfect, sir. So it is a full presentation. Now, is it? Can you hear that? Can you see that presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Shall I go for slideshow? If I go for slideshow, it is not working out, isn't it?
This will be okay, sir.
Okay, this will be okay then. Then I'll go with it. Okay. So this is the last slide that we were discussing. The science, fundamental science are of two types. One is fundamental science and applied science. You have a fundamental research and applied researches. Although in the fundamental research, it is related to the nature, formal and social, and the applied research is something related to the application. I'll come to this particular slide bit later. So these are all the topics that we are going to deal up with this session. Darwin's theory of natural selection. So introduction, factors of Darwinism: rapid multiplication, limited environmental resources, struggle for existence, variation, struggle of fitness, survival of the fitness, inheritance of the useful variations, formation of a new species. So how the new species get formed of different kinds of modification that happens throughout their life. So that is the thing that we are going to discuss. So Charles Darwin is a British naturalist. Darwin's defined evolution as descent with modification. So what actually happens? One particular person getting that new adaptation when he moved from one place to another place, or if the environment get modified. Naturally, when we are moving from one place to another place, we feel that we cannot sleep. If we are traveling one for a long period and we are going into a new place, we usually feel that we cannot sleep during the night. So our biological rhythm is a little bit agitated. So because of that, we wanted to use to the new environment, and only then we are able to do some natural things also. So what actually happens? The new environment is new to that particular organism, modifies the natural cycle of the particular organism, and due to that, some kind of modification, internal modification or external morphological modification is happening to that particular organism, so that the environment or new region is operating the structure and morphology as well as the gene of the organism. This is the core thing that Darwin wants to say. So the idea that species changes over time, give rise to new species and share the common ancestors. So over the period of time, continuous modification may lead to new development or development of new species. So that is actually the theory of natural selection. So the theory of natural selection and the evolution of by the species natural selection advanced by Darwin in the year of 1958, 1st July 1998. Actually, Darwin traveled around the world during the 19th century on the origin of species by means of natural selection. 24th November 1859. So that is the publication date of the 8th edition of the edition of natural selection. So that is why 24th November is being commemorated as evolutionary day. So that is the day. 24th of November is day for evolution. So that is evolution day, just like Mother's Day. Okay, so it is not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent, but one most responsive to change. So what are all the changes that happens in the environment should be identified, and if we are able to reciprocate or respond to that particular stimulation, that particular organism is able to survive. So that is actually the major thing, because one particular person's strongest level will not retain, and one particular person's intelligent level will not retain. But the thing responding to the stimulation is the major thing that will make the organism to survive. So this is the core idea of Darwin. I think you are able to follow me. You people are able to follow me. If you have any clarification, you are allowed to stop me anywhere in my class. Actually, I told you that we'll be continuing this for half an hour to 40 minutes, and already because of this these things, the time is running out. So if you have any clarification, you can very well stop me anywhere, anytime in my session. I'll answer. So natural selection, Darwin's most famous and most important theory of evolution, only process that promotes adaptation. Only process that promotes adaptation. So this is the very important word and the key word. The process is the key to success. The process is the key to progress. So that is the main part. So the mechanism of adaptation and evolution is called natural selection. So nature, whatever the changes which happened in the nature, is driving the organism to convert their body or the physiological functions towards the nature. So that is called natural selection. The nature actually drives, and natural selection is happening, is processing. So this theory states that those organisms best adapted to their environment have a better chance of surviving and reproducing. So the organism which is able to adapt themselves in a rapid manner, capable of living in the new environment. The most important surviving organism in the world. Do you know? Anybody knows the organism? Which organism is the most successful organism in the world? Maybe you can try for phylum. Maybe you can try some kind of taxonomical values. You need not pinpoint the organism. I could say the insects, the arachnids, the arthropods are the most successful organisms, because those organisms has the capability to adapt themselves whatever the change which happens in the environmental conditions. Say for example, in the earlier days we use DDT. Chemistry students in the explain பண்ணுவாங்க. So we use DDT for killing the pests, and that particular person who has got a Nobel prize for identifying that chemical DDT. The DDT அப்படின்றது it is no longer valid now. Do you know why? If we use this DDT for ants, if you use this DDT for ticks or any worms, it won't die, because these organisms converted that chemical into as their food. So they are eating now. They have converted that as your food, as a food. So they are the most modifying they have the most modifying capacity, adapting capacity. So they are the successful animals. So these are all the factors of Darwinism. What are the factors that influences the Darwinism? One is rapid multiplication. This is fish. You can see the tunas, a huge fish, a person who is standing out here. This is the fish, a tuna fish. And the rapid modification or rapid multiplication need plenty of resources. நிறைய ஒரு ஆர்கானிசம் டெவலப் ஆச்சு அப்படின்னா அந்த ஆர்கானிசம்க்கு இட் ரிக்வயர்ஸ் பிளென்டி ஆஃப் ரிசோர்சஸ். அதுக்கு நிறைய சாப்பாடு கொடுக்கணும், அதுக்கு தேவை. அப்ப ரீப்ரொடியூஸ் மோர் ஆஃப்ஸ்பிரிங் தேன் கேன் சர்வைவ். என்ன சர்வைவ் ஆகுதோ அதுக்கு மேல அதிகமா ரீப்ரொடியூஸ் ஆனிச்சு அப்படின்னா ஆல் த ஆர்கானிசம் வில் டை. ஸோ தேர் இஸ் அ ஹை டெத் ரேட். In that case also, what are all the organism which is capable of utilizing the resources will survive. The animals which are not able to utilize that resources, the animals which incapable of utilize that resources are standing back for utilizing that resources, may not get the resource, so that will die. So the animal which is capable of fighting against the environmental modifications or responding against the environmental modification may survive. So that is the point that I would like to mention here. Just for example, paramecium is, you would have seen, you have learned in 6th standard or 7th standard paramecium. Divide 3 times in 48 hours with this rate, a single paramecium will produce in 5 years a mass of paramecium equal to 1,000 times the size of Earth. So within 5 years, 1,000 times of Earth. So only thing is the environmental condition should be conducive. கண்டியூசிவா அதுக்கு ரீப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்றதுக்கு தகுந்தாப்புல ஒரு அரேஞ்ச்மெண்ட் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அது வந்து பயங்கரமா ராபிடா டெவலப் ஆயிடும். எப்படி கண்டியூசிவா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா இட் ரிக்வயர்ஸ் இட் இஸ் whatever the young one comes, it should have, the environment should have the capability to feed them. Only then the paramecium will survive. So in that way, in all the organisms, in that way it is going on. So rapid multiplication, it plays a vital role. Then environmental limitations are there. There are 4 important points: food, water, space, and mates. Food, water, mates, and space. So food is an important factor for an organism. Water is also another important factor. It comes also, it comes under the food. And space for habitat. Space means habitat. Habitat or the survival region. It's a beautiful phenomena by which the organism is able to utilize all the resources, and it goes for the sustainable resources also. Good example for that is the tiger and the elephants, and all the other birds. All the other birds are there. So all these animals are utilizing their resources, and it goes for sustainable development. I'll tell you what is sustainable development a bit later. And important one is mates. So they have to reproduce. Only then the particular organisms count may be retained, and that will influence the biological equilibrium. And the next one is struggle, competition among members of the species for food, living space, and other necessities of life. There are three kinds of struggles. It has three folds for every individual. Intra-specific struggle that happens within the species, interspecific struggle between different species, and environmental struggle. So these are all the examples for this. So intra-specific struggle for mating. So this is actually another mating ritual which is shown by the deers. This is intra-specific struggle. So which deer is more powerful will kill or will will win the another male, and the winning male is actually mate with the female. So that is to identify the best viable offsprings. They are making this kind of ritual, and this powerful animal will get the viable gametes, and that will mate with the female, and finally the offsprings will come with a complete viability. So this is why in that way the intraspecific or intraspecies species-based struggles. And the next one, the food-based struggle, and it is otherwise known as interspecific struggle. So one species ko inner species ko idayila irukkudiya struggle. So this happens between the human beings as well as corona. Corona is also another, COVID is also another species, viral species, and human beings is also a species. It may in the food chain as well as in the regulatory chain also it is related. So interspecific struggle is also there. And the third one is environmental struggle. So various kinds of environmental modification happens, and this kind of environmental modification will lead to the modification of the season, will lead to the modification of the weather, and that causes great struggle for the animal to live in that particular place. And this is the positive factor. So far I have talking about the negative factors. What are all the negative factors which reduces the population's count? Now, this is a beautiful factor called adaptation. So, what is adaptation? In his tour, in his visit, Darwin has visited one important region called Galapagos Island. So, this is a beautiful island which has different kinds of finches. Of course, the finches are same, looks alike, but the beaks of the finches are completely modified. So, what happens? He observed various kinds of finches, and he come to understand that all the finches are developed from the same ancestor. Whatever base organism that is, and the organisms different in the Mario. This is called adaptive radiation. It is called adaptive radiation. Now, this particular organism, Darwin finches, is immigrated to the particular area, that particular Galapagos Island, where they are able to utilize different kinds of resources. Some eats fruits, some eats fishes, some eats crunches, some eats nuts, some eats honey, some eats worms, some organisms eats other birds, some organism eats ticks. So different kinds of and according to the food habit of that particular organism, the food biting behavior or food picking behavior is developed or adapted. And due to the complete adaptation, continuous adaptation of that particular organism, the entire structure of the beak is got modified. You can see this structure of the beak has got modified. So this is called adaptation. So whatever the changes which happens in the environmental condition is influencing the organism, and then organism reciprocates or responds to that particular stimulation or modifying its structure is called adaptation. So up to one stage it goes. Then after what happens? After that particular phase, what happens? These organisms cannot mate each other. The newly developed organism or newly adapted organism cannot mate each other and cannot mate with the earlier species. So that particular organism becomes separated, and that particular species is called new species, and this is called evolution. Survival of the fittest. The individual with the best traits, adaptation will survive and have an opportunity to pass on its traits to the offspring. So one individual has the best trait. Best trait means characteristic. Trait means characteristic. I repeat, trait means characteristic. What characteristic? External characteristic. The characters which is being determined by the DNA is called traits. நம்ம என்ன எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் பண்றோமோ அந்த கேரக்டர் டிஎன்ஏல இருந்து எக்ஸ்பிரஸ் ஆன மாதிரி இருக்கு அப்படின்னா அதுக்கு பேர் தான் ட்ரைட். ஸோ த அனிமல் ஆர் த ஆர்கானிசம் ஆர் இண்டிவிஜுவல் which has the best trait or adaptation, best trait or adaptation or the modification will survive. எந்த அனிமலால எப்படி மாடிஃபை ஆனாலும் என்வாயன்மெண்டல் கண்டிஷன்ஸ் மாடிஃபை ஆனாலும் அதுக்கு தகுந்தாப்புல வைட் ரேஞ்ச் அதோட மாடிஃபிகேஷனை பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருக்க முடியுமோ அந்த அனிமல் சர்வைவ் ஆகும். அப்படி சர்வைவ் ஆகிற அனிமல் அதோட ஆஃப்ஸ்பிரிங்குக்கு சேம் கேரக்டரும் பாஸ் பண்ணி விட்டுரும். So that is called survival of the fittest. So not only one organism is getting the adaptation, but also all the other organisms are getting this kind of adaptations, or its young ones gets this kind of adaptation. So the animal which is capable of or which is fit for the survival will pass on the genes to the next generation and retains the survivability to the next generations also. So natural selection act on the phenotype, not the genotype. Natural selection act on the phenotypes, not the genotype. Phenotype means physical characteristic. Physically என்னென்ன changes தான் நடக்கும். ஆனா genetic level பெருசா change நடக்காது natural selectionல. ஆனா நடக்கும். ஏன் நடக்கும் அப்படின்னா because what are all the modification which we have will influence the gene. And gene has to be get modified when it go for the next generation, and finally what happens, that particular organism get a new kind of genetic character and that will become a new species. So next one is inheritance. I'm going to interior, it seems. So if you have any clarification so far, you can go ahead. Otherwise I'll go with what my idea is. So the individual selected by the nature pass on useful variation to the next generation is called inheritance. That is called theory of inheritance. You have a hereditary, you have heard the word called hereditary. கேன்சர் பேஷண்ட் அப்படின்னா முதல்ல சொல்லுவாங்க அவங்களுக்கு ஹெரிடிட்டரி எஃபெக்ட் இருக்கு, அதனால அவங்களுக்கு கேன்சர் வரும் முதல்ல எல்லாம் சொல்லிட்டு இருப்பாங்க. பட் இப்போ அப்படி கிடையாது. பட் கேன்சர் பேஷண்ட்டுக்குலாம் அந்த மாதிரி வரும் அப்படின்னு அடிக்கடி சொல்லுவாங்க. பட் தட் இஸ் கால்ட் ஹெரிடிட்டரி. திஸ் இஸ் ஆல்சோ கால்ட் ஹெரிடிட்டரி, பட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்லி the positive character is being passed on to the next generation, and that is called inheritance. So thus offspring of fit individual also be fit. So ஒரு ஆர்கானிசம் ஃபிட்டா இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா அதோட ஆர்கானிசம் ஃபிட்டா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு நம்பப்படுது. need not be அப்படின்னு நம்பப்படுது. ஃபிட்டா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு நம்பப்படுறதுனால அடுத்த ஜெனரேஷன் நல்ல ஜெனரேஷனா கிடைக்கும் அப்படின்ற ஒரு நம்பிக்கையோட the animals are moving, the organisms are moving, and we are also moving in that way. So you have a early Permians, and from that you have a descendants of different kinds of organism. You can see gibbons and the chimpanzees and the humoids. And in the humoids you have different, these are all the humoids are there. You have marsupialis are there, anthropods are there. So this is the organism which has, so this is the way how the organism has got developed. The human beings are got developed, and this humanids are Homo sapiens are the organisms are considered as the highly evolved organism, but it can't be, or it need not be. The animals are the organism which is incapable of having a sustainable development, or can't be the best organisms. ஒரு சஸ்டைனபிள் டெவலப்மெண்ட்டை கொடுக்க முடியாத ஒரு ஆர்கானிசம் இருந்துச்சு அப்படின்னா நிச்சயமா அந்த ஆர்கானிசம் பெஸ்ட் ஆர்கானிசமா இருக்கிறதுக்கு வாய்ப்பு இல்லை. ஐ எம் டெல்லிங் அபவுட் த ஹியூமன் பீயிங்ஸ், ஐ எம் டெல்லிங் அபவுட் அஸ். So this is how the organisms got developed. So, so this is a cartoon picture, but it may not be. It may not be like this. Now, why we should admire? Why we should talk about or we discuss Darwin? Because Darwin is a person who enjoys nature, who know the characteristic of nature, who has a bigger understanding about nature. And he is a person who explained that all the modification which happen in the organisms as well as the non-living things is happen only because of the modification that happens in the environmental changes. Environment. So whatever the changes that happens in the environment which influence the organism, and finally the organism get the adaptation, the peak level of adaptation getting will lead to the new organism, and the earlier organism will also survive, and sometimes the new organism will also survive. So there are various kinds of connections are there, but this is the person who is able to or who is capable of giving beauty of nature and the glimpses of nature very well. So that is why the Mr. Darwin and the naturalist is being portrayed as a evolutionist, is being portrayed as the best naturalist ever. One day, we people have visited Mudumalai Tiger Reserve Forest, where I was able to see a beautiful spotted deer. So this is the photo clicked by me. And after the certain period of time, I visited Shillong, where we see the Brahmaputra, and just look at this. What are all the modification has been done by human beings? So this is the natural animal in the natural environment. This is an artificial animal, artificial organism with an artificial environment. So this is an environment which is created by human beings. Why it happens? In the earlier slide, in the beginning slide, I was talking about one thing, this natural science and applied sciences. You know, in the natural sciences, we have discussed the nature, we have discussed the modifications, we are observing, and the social modifications. But in the applied sciences or applied research, we were giving importance for the application point of view. What is the meaning of application? What are all the things which is being identified for the betterment of human beings are called artificial things, are called machines. Nowadays, even the human beings have become machines. That's only because of the term called anthropocentric nature of human being. So whatever we do, we are justifying that we are doing it for human community. We are doing it for the development of human beings. So we are branding in that way. But importantly, nature has a tendency. It has a beautiful soft corner on the human beings, and the human beings is being operated by the nature. Most of the people doesn't know that we people are completely operated by nature. We are thinking that we are operating the nature. We are standing behind and we are separated from the nature and we are operating nature. We are thinking in that way. So with the help of what are all the things, what are all the survey system, what are all the service systems that we are doing is for the betterment of nature, we people are thinking. But it is not like that. We are not separated from the nature. We are the part of nature. The human beings are the part of nature. Whatever the modification we are trying to do will be completely destroyed or will be completely operated by nature very soon. You know, after 500 years of human extinction, the dust and the dusts of the bone of human beings cannot be identified. And what are all the modification has been done by even skyscrapers, even beautiful buildings, even beautiful artificial buildings, and whatever it may be, it cannot be is being completely destroyed by the nature. So nature has a no separate pathway. It has a different pathway. It is just like a காட்டாறு அப்படின்ற ஒரு தமிழ் வார்த்தை நான் யூஸ் பண்ணலாம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு or it's a powerful tool. But importantly, all the time, nature goes in a sustainable development. Nature operates every organism in a sustainable development. But we people are thinking that we are all the person who are able to save the nature, we who are able to connect with the nature, who are able to develop the nature. No, it is not like that. Nature can survive on its own, can live. I think you are able to differentiate two words: survival and living. Living is just living the life. Survival is just living. So nature will not survive. Human beings are surviving. Nature will not survive. Nature will live. If we are capable of knowing or understanding the nature's language, we can live. Otherwise, we got to survive. So, with these words, I would like to say these things. We should love nature, and the service will be provided by the nature soon. So, thank you for your patient listening. I hope I have given some kind of glimpses about the Darwin, as well as we have discussed about nature also. Um, we shall have an interaction, please. Shall we?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Students, if you have any queries, kindly unmute yourself and then ask. Otherwise, kindly put your queries in your chat box. ஏதாவது queries இருந்துச்சுன்னா கேட்கலாம். Okay. Sir, shall we wind up?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Once again, I thank you all for your patient listening. Somebody trying to speak, it seems.
Today, I take the opportunity to put my gratitude into words. First and foremost, I thank Almighty for today's webinar. I would like to thank our HOD sir, Dr. G. Sobas Miles David sir, for giving this opportunity. I would like to extend my hottest thanks to our resource person, Mr. Jeremiah sir, for enlightening us with their knowledge and interesting things. Thank you, sir. And I would like to thank our staff members for their support. And last but not least, my heartfelt thanks to our student friends who are all take part in this session to make success. Once again, I thank you all for your cooperation. Thank you all. Thank you, sir. Students, feedback link is in our chat box. Kindly fill it as soon as possible.
Ma'am, shall I leave? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, students. Thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.